จะเจอเส้นชัย
I'm Assistant Professor Dr. Nirsit Intamano from School of Law, Sripatum University. It's a great honor to welcome all of you to the 8th International and 18th National Sripatum University Conference, or SPUCON 2023.
สวัสดีค่ะดิฉันนะคะผู้ช่วยศาสตราจารย์ณัฐทองทองใบนะคะจากคณะนิเทศศาสตร์มหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมค่ะขอต้อนรับทุกท่านค่ะเข้าสู่การประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่18และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่8มหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมนะคะหรือว่า SPUCON 2023 แบบออนไลน์ค่ะภายใต้หัวข้อผลงานวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนค่ะการประชุมครั้งนี้นะคะเกิดจากความร่วมมือของศูนย์ส่งเสริมและพัฒนางานวิจัยและคณะกรรมการจัดการประชุมของมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมกรุงเทพค่ะร่วมกับเครือข่ายพันธมิตรองค์กรภายนอกถึง13องค์กรด้วยกันค่ะปีนี้นะคะมีเครือข่ายจากองค์กรต่างประเทศเพิ่มเข้ามาด้วยค่ะประกอบไปด้วย The University of Palermo จากอิตาลีค่ะ Cherkov Moscow State University for the Humanities จากรัสเซียค่ะ Universidad de Colima นะคะประเทศเม็กซิโกค่ะที่เพิ่มเข้ามาปีนี้นะคะคือ University of Taipei จากไต้หวันค่ะและสถาบันเทคโนโลยี Sripatum จากอินโดนีเซียค่ะส่วนเครือข่ายในไทยนะคะประกอบไปด้วยบัณฑิตวิทยาลัยร่วมด้านพลังงานและสิ่งแวดล้อมค่ะสมาคมวิจัยสังคมศาสตร์แห่งประเทศไทยสภาทนายความในพระบรมราชูปถัมภ์สมาพันธ์โลจิสติกส์ไทยสมาคมผู้ตรวจสอบภายในแห่งประเทศไทยเครือข่ายวิจัยประชาชื่นและเครือข่ายวารสารวิชาการด้านสังคมศาสตร์และมนุษยศาสตร์และหน่วยบริหารและจัดการทุนด้านการพัฒนากำลังคนและทุนด้านการพัฒนาสถาบันอุดมศึกษาการวิจัยและการสร้างนวัตกรรมหรือบพค.ค่ะและปีนี้นะคะ SPUCON 2023 ของเรายังคงจัดการประชุมด้วยรูปแบบออนไลน์ต่อเนื่องเป็นปีที่3แล้วค่ะถ่ายทอดสด3ช่องทางด้วยกันนะคะทั้งFacebook Page SPU Research ค่ะ YouTube นะคะ Future Education by SPU และ LinkedIn นะคะ SPU Official ให้ได้เลือกรับชมกันได้ค่ะ
Thank you, Janab Tongkap. Sripatum University, in collaboration with 13 organizations, namely University of Palermo, Italy, Cherkov Moscow State University for Humanities, Russia, University de Colima, Mexico, University of Taipei, Taiwan, Joint Graduate School of Engineering in Energy and Environment, Journal Network of Social Sciences and Humanities, Loyal Causes of Thailand, Thailand Social Research Science Association, Thai Logistics Federation, Thai Institution of Internal Auditors, Prachashin Research Network, and Program Management Unit for Human Resources and Institutional Development Research and Innovation, or PMUB. You can stay with us through Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
ค่ะและ SPUCON เราปีนี้ปีที่18แล้วค่ะเพราะฉะนั้นจำนวนผู้นำเสนอบทความนะคะมากขึ้นนะคะกว่าปีที่แล้วนะคะมีบทความที่ส่งเข้ารับการพิจารณา353บทความค่ะและผ่านการประเมินจากผู้ทรงคุณวุฒินะคะทั้งในประเทศและต่างประเทศ337บทความนะคะปีก่อน333บทความนะคะซึ่งปีนี้บทความนานาชาตินี้เพิ่มขึ้นเป็นเท่าตัวเลยทีเดียวค่ะและสิ่งที่ทุกท่านที่นำเสนอบทความวันนี้จะได้รับก็คือใบประกาศนียบัตรในรูปแบบ e-certificate นะคะจะส่งเป็นลิงก์ให้ดาวน์โหลดทางอีเมลใน30ตุลาคมนี้ค่ะและใบเสร็จค่าธรรมเนียมการลงทะเบียนนะคะเข้าร่วมนำเสนอบทความจะส่งทางไปรษณีย์ตามที่อยู่ที่ลงทะเบียนไว้ทางเว็บไซต์ภายใน2อาทิตย์ค่ะส่วนไฟล์ proceeding ทั้งหมดนะคะจะดาวน์โหลดได้จากหน้าเว็บไซต์ SPUCON นะคะซึ่งคาดว่าจะอัปโหลดข้อมูลไม่เกิน30พฤศจิกายนนี้ค่ะ
This year, we received total number of 353 papers from Thailand and international around the world. To be eligible for certificate of the conference, you need to register and present your paper today. After the conference, you will receive an e-certificate on October 30th and the payment received by email and mailbox within 2 weeks. All files and paper in this proceeding will be uploaded at the end of November.
ค่ะและก่อนจะเริ่มพิธีเปิดอย่างเป็นทางการนะคะขอแจ้งกำหนดการคร่าวๆก่อนค่ะช่วงนี้นะคะท่านใดยังไม่ได้ลงทะเบียนเข้าร่วมการประชุมนะคะก็สแกน QR code นะคะเข้าร่วมด้วยนะคะซึ่งเดี๋ยวทีมงานอัดขึ้นให้ทางหน้าจอเป็นระยะนะคะซึ่งก็จะมีเอกสารที่ดาวน์โหลดได้นะคะเป็นเอกสารในการนะคะฟังช่วงเช้านี้ก็ดาวน์โหลดจากที่ได้เช่นกันนะคะและนะคะช่วง 9 นาฬิกาถึง 9:30 น.จะเป็นพิธีเปิดการประชุมค่ะโดยท่านรองนะคะศาสตราจารย์ดร.สุบินยุรรัตน์ค่ะผู้อำนวยการศูนย์ส่งเสริมการวิจัยและการประกันคุณภาพการศึกษาจะเป็นผู้กล่าวรายงานค่ะจากนั้นท่านประธานคณะกรรมการรองศาสตราจารย์กัลยาภรณ์ ปานมะเริงจะกล่าวเปิดการประชุมค่ะต่อด้วย 9:30 น.ถึง 10:30 น.นะคะจะเป็นการปาฐกถาพิเศษค่ะโดยมิสเตอร์มิกะโทมินะคะ Deputy Head of Mission ค่ะจากสถานเอกอัครราชทูตฟินแลนด์ประจำประเทศไทยนะคะในหัวข้อเรื่องวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนค่ะจากนั้นนะคะ 10:30 น.ค่ะถึง 10:45 น.นะคะจะได้เบรกกัน15 นาทีก่อนที่จะแยกย้ายไปนำเสนอนะคะบทความห้องย่อยซึ่งจะเริ่มตอน 10:45 น.ค่ะซึ่งปีนี้นะคะจะแบ่งเป็น3กลุ่มหลัก21 ห้องด้วยกันนะคะกลุ่มแรกเป็น International Papers จะมี6ห้องค่ะกลุ่มที่2นะคะผลงานกลุ่มสาขามนุษย์และสังคมนะคะ11ห้องและกลุ่มที่3ค่ะกลุ่มวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยี4ห้องด้วยกันนะคะก็จะเป็นการนำเสนอออนไลน์ผ่านซูมค่ะจากนั้นก็พักรับประทานอาหารกัน1ชั่วโมงนะคะช่วงบ่ายนะก็จะเริ่มต่อยาวไปถึงประมาณ 16 นาฬิกาก็จะสิ้นสุดค่ะ
All right, before official opening ceremony start, I would like to give you a brief information for today's event. After welcome remark by Associate Professor Kalayapon Pamaran, Vice President of Sripatum University and Chairperson of this event, our guest speaker, Mr. Mika Terme from Embassy of Finland, shall address research and innovation for sustainable development. After a short 15 minutes break, then the morning section will start from 10:45 to 12 p.m. and afternoon section will begin from 1 to 4:30.
ค่ะและขณะนี้นะคะถึงเวลาแล้วค่ะขอนำทุกท่านนะคะเข้าสู่พิธีเปิดงานการประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่ 18 และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่ 8 มหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมประจำปี 2566 เรื่องผลงานวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนอย่างเป็นทางการค่ะโอกาสนี้นะคะเรียนเชิญท่านรองศาสตราจารย์ดร.สุบินยุรรัตน์นะคะผู้อำนวยการศูนย์ส่งเสริมการวิจัยและการประกันคุณภาพการศึกษากล่าวรายงานค่ะและกลับเรียนเชิญท่านรองศาสตราจารย์กัลยาภรณ์ ปานมะเริงประธานคณะกรรมการจัดงานกล่าวเปิดการประชุมเป็นลำดับต่อไปค่ะ
Honorable Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you to SPUCON2023. I would like to invite the Vice President of Sripatum University and Chairperson for SPUCON2023, Associate Professor Kalayapon Pamaran, for welcome remark.
PW
เรียนรองศาสตราจารย์กัลยาภรณ์ ปานมะเริงรองอธิการบดีมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมและประธานคณะกรรมการจัดงานในนามของคณะกรรมการจัดการประชุมขอขอบพระคุณท่านรองกัลยาภรณ์ท่านรองอธิการบดีที่ได้กรุณาสละเวลามาเป็นประธานในพิธีเปิดการประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่ 18 และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่ 8 มหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมประจำปี 2566 เรื่องผลงานวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนการประชุมวิชาการครั้งนี้เกิดจากความร่วมมือระหว่างมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมกับสถาบันอุดมศึกษาในต่างประเทศและสมาคมวิชาการและวิชาชีพต่างๆรวม13แห่งมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยเอกชนชั้นนำที่สร้างมืออาชีพมีความรับผิดชอบเพื่อพัฒนาสังคมและประเทศชาติอย่างยั่งยืนและส่งผ่านไปสู่เอกลักษณ์ของมหาวิทยาลัยการเป็นมหาวิทยาลัยที่ก้าวทันการเปลี่ยนแปลงที่เปี่ยมด้วยพลังหรือที่เราเรียกว่า Dynamic University และสร้างให้เกิดอัตลักษณ์แก่บัณฑิตของมหาวิทยาลัยคือการเป็นมืออาชีพที่เปี่ยมด้วยพลังและความคิดสร้างสรรค์มีความสุขในสิ่งที่ทำและมีความรับผิดชอบต่อสังคมภายใต้ปณิธานของมหาวิทยาลัยปัญญาเชี่ยวชาญเบิกบานคุณธรรมมหาวิทยาลัยมีนโยบายในการส่งเสริมและสนับสนุนให้คณาจารย์ผลิตผลงานวิจัยผลงานสร้างสรรค์และนวัตกรรมที่ตอบโจทย์ของประเทศชาติจึงได้อนุมัติให้มีการจัดการประชุมวิชาการเป็นประจำอย่างต่อเนื่องทุกปี สำหรับการประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่18และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่8ในครั้งนี้มีวัตถุประสงค์อยู่2ประการที่1เพื่อเป็นเวทีในการนำเสนอผลงานวิจัยนวัตกรรมและผลงานวิชาการทั้งในกลุ่มสาขาวิชาวิทยาศาสตร์และเทคโนโลยีและกลุ่มสาขาวิชามนุษยศาสตร์และสังคมศาสตร์ประการที่2เพื่อให้เกิดการแลกเปลี่ยนเรียนรู้ระหว่างคณาจารย์นักวิจัยนิสิตและนักศึกษาทั้งภายในสถาบันเองและภายนอกสถาบันทั้งในประเทศและต่างประเทศสำหรับกิจกรรมทางวิชาการในวันนี้หลังจากพิธีเปิดจะเป็นการปาฐกถาพิเศษในหัวข้อเรื่องวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนโดยมหาวิทยาลัยได้รับเกียรติจากท่านมิกะโทมินะครับ Deputy Head of Mission at Embassy of Finland Bangkok นะครับหลังจากนั้นจะเป็นการนำเสนอผลงานของคณาจารย์นักวิชาการและนักวิจัยที่ผ่านการประเมินจากผู้ทรงคุณวุฒิซึ่งในปีนี้เรามีบทความและบทความวิชาการที่นำเสนอเข้ารับการพิจารณาทั้งสิ้น353บทความนะครับซึ่งมีอัตราที่เพิ่มขึ้นจากปีที่แล้วประมาณ 6% นะครับโดยบทความต่างๆมาจากสถาบันอุตสาหทั้งในประเทศและต่างประเทศรวมถึงหน่วยงานที่เกี่ยวข้องกับการศึกษาต่างๆบัดนี้ได้เวลาอันสมควรแล้วขอเรียนเชิญรองศาสตราจารย์กัลยาภรณ์ ปานมะเริงรองอธิการบดีและประธานคณะกรรมการจัดงานได้กล่าวเปิดการประชุมต่อไปขอเรียนเชิญครับ
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะเรียนท่านองค์ปาถกมิสเตอร์มิกะทอมมิคณะกรรมการจัดการประชุมวิชาการ SPUCON2023 ผู้บริหารคณาจารย์มหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมนักศึกษาและผู้เข้าร่วมประชุมทุกท่านเนื่องจากท่านอธิการบดีติดภารกิจที่ประเทศสหรัฐอเมริกานะคะจึงได้มอบหมายให้ดิฉันมาเป็นประธานในการเปิดงานในครั้งนี้แล้วก็ท่านฝากความระลึกถึงมายังพวกเราทุกคนนะคะเป็นกำลังใจให้ผู้นำเสนอบทความแล้วก็ฝากขอโทษท่านมิกะที่ท่านไม่ได้อยู่มาร่วมฟังในวันนี้นะคะดิฉันรู้สึกเป็นเกียรติแล้วก็มีความยินดีเป็นอย่างยิ่งที่ได้มาเป็นประธานเปิดงานการประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่18และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่8ของมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมประจำปี 2566 เป็นการประชุมแบบออนไลน์เป็นปีที่3นะคะภายใต้หัวข้อผลงานวิจัยและนวัตกรรมสู่การพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนในวันนี้ขอต้อนรับทุกท่านด้วยความยินดีอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะคะการพัฒนาและขับเคลื่อนประเทศไทยไปสู่ความยั่งยืนต้องอาศัยความร่วมมือจากทุกๆคนทุกๆองค์กรและทุกภาคส่วนในสังคมนี้นะคะและเครื่องมือสำคัญที่จะช่วยให้การขับเคลื่อนเรื่องดังกล่าวประสบความสำเร็จได้ก็คือการทำวิจัยแล้วก็มีนวัตกรรมต่างๆมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมนั้นมีแผนยุทธศาสตร์ที่ชัดเจนด้านการวิจัยและนวัตกรรมที่ตอบโจทย์มาตรฐานการอุดมศึกษาตลอดจนการวิจัยและนวัตกรรมที่ตอบโจทย์เป้าหมายของการพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนซึ่งเป็นเรื่องที่ท้าทายอย่างมากสำหรับนักวิจัยทุกคนดังนั้นขอขอบคุณท่านองค์ปาถกนะคะมิสเตอร์มิกะโทมิที่ได้ให้เกียรติมาบรรยายพิเศษในวันนี้ตลอดจนผู้เข้าร่วมงานและนำเสนอผลงานทุกท่านที่ได้มีส่วนร่วมในการแลกเปลี่ยนเรียนรู้เพื่อสร้างผลงานและนวัตกรรมและก็งานวิจัยที่มีคุณค่าต่อสังคมและประเทศชาติต่อไปบัดนี้ได้เวลาอันสมควรแล้วฉันขออวยพรให้การจัดงานประชุมวิชาการในครั้งนี้ประสบความสำเร็จเป็นไปตามวัตถุประสงค์ทุกประการและขอเปิดการประชุมวิชาการระดับชาติครั้งที่18และการประชุมวิชาการระดับนานาชาติครั้งที่8ของมหาวิทยาลัยศรีปทุมประจำปี 2566 แบบออนไลน์นับแต่บัดนี้ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
ค่ะต้องขอบพระคุณท่านประธานจัดงาน SPUCON 2023 นะคะท่านรองกัลยาภรณ์ ปานมะเริงค่ะก่อนที่จะเข้าสู่นะคะการปาฐกถานะคะขอรับชมนะคะวีดิทัศน์นะคะแนะนำมหาวิทยาลัยสักนิดนึงก่อนค่ะ
Thank you very much for the warm welcome from the Vice President. And before we go to the special guest lecturer today, we would like to show you something about Sripatum.
Scene 1 Cut 1 Take 1 Action
Welcome to Sripatum University, Thailand's leading university for the new generation. At Sripatum University, we create professionals by professionals. Sripatum University was established on the 28th of May 1970 by Dr. SPUCON, who strongly believed that education develops human resources who enrich the nation. The name Sripatum, meaning source of knowledge, blooming like a lotus, was conferred by Her Royal Highness the Princess Mother. A pink royal lotus becomes a symbol of Sripatum University, representing the core values of the university: wisdom, skill, cheerfulness, and morality, which has led the university to become the top private higher education institution, producing excellent graduates with morality, responsibility, as well as professional skills for the industrial sector and society. To provide opportunities for education for all, Sripatum University has expanded to 3 campuses: Bangkok Main Campus, Chonburi Campus, and Sripatum Konkan. Sripatum University Bangkok Campus is located on Pahonyutin Road, near Kasetsat intersection, next to the BTS station. The university offers undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, and doctoral degree programs. The university consists of 10 schools, 3 colleges, and an international college. School of Law. Sripatum University was the first private higher education institution who offered undergraduate program in law. The school also offers postgraduate program and doctoral program in law. School of Accountancy guarantees the career success in accounting. The school offers both Thai and international programs at undergraduate level. Also offers postgraduate program and doctoral program. School of Architecture develops professional architectural skills with international standard by offering undergraduate and postgraduate programs. School of Engineering, simply significant. The school offers undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, as well as doctoral programs. School of Information Technology is offering undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral programs. School of Digital Media integrates artistic imagination with scientific knowledge. The school offers an undergraduate program in various fields of study. School of Communication Arts provide in-depth theory and practical experiences with modern facilities and equipment. The school offers undergraduate and postgraduate programs. School of Liberal Arts. Learning languages proficiency with endless opportunities. The school offers undergraduate program. The school offers undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral programs. The College of Logistics, Sripatum University, programs at undergraduate level, also offers postgraduate program and doctoral program. College of Tourism and Hospitality prepares students to be professional and ready to enter the service sector. The college offers undergraduate programs. Sripatum University offers a bachelor's degree program in Aviation Safety Management, which is the first and only program currently available in Thailand. Sripatum International College offers international programs. Graduate College of Management, Sripatum University, offers postgraduate and doctoral programs.
In addition to the quality standard of our academic programs and learning beyond the classrooms through practical experiences, Sripatum University is fully equipped with modern facilities and technology to enhance the teaching and learning process.
When facing problems, students can always reach the faculty members and staff, who are always ready to help them with great care and concern.
Come join us and let's move forward together at Sripatum University, Thailand's leading university for the new generation.
และลำดับต่อไปนะคะดิฉันขอแนะนำท่านองค์ปาถกนะคะมิสเตอร์มิกะโทมินะคะก่อนที่ท่านจะดำรงตำแหน่งปัจจุบันเป็น Deputy Head of Mission จากสถานเอกอัครราชทูตฟินแลนด์ประจำประเทศไทยนะคะท่านเคยทำงานเป็นที่ปรึกษาอธิบดีฝ่ายกิจการกงสุลและเจ้าหน้าที่ฝ่ายนโยบายสภาพภูมิอากาศระหว่างประเทศกระทรวงการต่างประเทศฟินแลนด์ค่ะและก่อนปฏิบัติหน้าที่ทางการทูตนะคะท่านเคยเป็นโฆษกของนายกรัฐมนตรีฟินแลนด์มาแล้วด้วยค่ะและยังเคยเป็นที่ปรึกษารัฐมนตรีกระทรวงกิจการยุโรปและการค้าต่างประเทศนะคะและยังเป็นที่ปรึกษาธนาคารโลกในกรุงวอชิงตันดีซีอีกด้วยค่ะ
Next, it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Mika Tomi. Mr. Mika Tomi has served as Deputy Head of Mission at the Embassy of Finland in Bangkok since August 2021. Before this current position, he worked as advisor to the Director General to Council Affairs and Desk Officer at International Climate Policy at the Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Finland. Before he joined a diplomatic career, he served as spokesperson for Prime Minister of Finland and advisor for the Minister for European Affairs and Foreign Trade, a consultant at World Bank in Washington, D.C. Please give a big round of visual applause to Mr. Mika Tomi.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, Madam Vice President, distinguished researchers and professors. It is an honor to stand before you today as the Deputy Chief of Mission at the Embassy of Finland in Thailand to address the critical issue of research and innovation for sustainable development during the 18th National and 8th International Sripatum University Conference. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this academic seminar for providing a platform for discussing such a pressing matter. What I would like to do in the next hour is to make the case that education is the key to sustainable development, as it can create a society that is well-informed, responsible, and capable of critical thinking and continuous self-learning. When we combine this with scientific research, knowledge, and innovation, our societies can have the capacity to create conditions for life that does not burden our precious Earth over its capacity. Simply put, education and innovations are the preconditions for sustainable development. You, my dear ladies and gentlemen, as researchers and academics, are the guardians of the galaxy, as the famous Hollywood movie franchise is called. You could say that we need everyone, but especially we need teachers and engineers to solve the question of sustainable development. We need wisdom and capacity, right societal structures and technology. Finland is a nation of teachers and engineers. Those are our strengths. I also personally come from such a family. My mother is a teacher and my father an engineer. I witness with my parents what this union can create in their lives, and as a Finnish diplomat, I witness what this combination can bring to life in a society. The United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted by all United Nations member states in year 2015 provide a shared goals for peace and prosperity for people and the planet. An annual index monitoring the progress by countries is also produced by Professor Jeffrey Sachs and others of the UN Sustainable Solutions Network. In this SDG index, Finland ranks number 1 in progressing towards its sustainable development goals worldwide, followed by its Nordic friends, Sweden and Denmark. So why does Finland perform so strongly in sustainable development goals? According to the report, it is because of strong social welfare system, high quality education, innovation and technology, gender equality, sustainable practices in climate and renewable energy, functioning democracy, political stability, and good governance, as well as international cooperation to support others in reaching their goals. In other words, these are the same factors that have made Finland the happiest country in the world 6 years in a row. I will come back to these factors more in detail later. Before we discuss the solutions, let us take stock of the kind of challenge that our generation is facing right now. Our time is marked by impressive scientific and economic progress, but yet it is plagued by unprecedented global challenges as well. The human-made triple planetary crisis includes climate change, loss of biodiversity, and pollution. The world has experienced rising global inequalities, shrinking democratic spaces, and the COVID-19 health and economic emergencies. As global temperatures continue rising and new conflicts have left 120 million people from their homes, And as we're not reaching the sustainable development goals as we want, the youth of the world are asking the legitimate question from their leaders: what kind of a world are you leaving us to live in? Climate change stands as one of the most pressing challenges of our time. Rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and the loss of biodiversity threaten the very fabric of our planet. A report from this summer stated that it is already too late to save the Arctic summer ice from melting. Last week, another report came out that the same is equally true for the West Antarctic ice sheet. It is too late already. What this means is that our previous estimates by the sea level rise were too conservative. The world is literally drowning as a result of human behavior. Geopolitical rivalries and heightened risk of war also pose significant threats to global stability and security. Myanmar, Ukraine, and Israel are just the better known and most recent examples. At the same time, deglobalization, marked by protectionist policies and trade tensions, threatens to undermine the progress made in international cooperation and development. We must strive for inclusive and fair globalization that benefits all nations and ensures the well-being of people around the world. The future developments with artificial intelligence and automation will bring great benefits to economies and societies, but also unprecedented technological disruption that will leave hundreds of millions of people jobless as old industries will be replaced by new ones. Drivers and cashiers are some of the most common professions in the world. It won't be too long that they will be replaced by autonomous vehicles and automatic checkout counters. You are likely to walk out of the store and a bill will appear on your smartphone. That will mean many people will have to find something else to do. This, along with the move to gig economy and sharing economy, means that less and less people will have lifelong employment and that they will have to rely on the society and their families in times of need. As the global pandemic demonstrated, that capacity can have its limits at times. This and other events have led to the rise of populism in politics and a decline in democracy around the world. Traditional media no longer has the same authority as it once did, and the democratization of media now means a decline of trust in expert opinions, something that will challenge all of you as experts for years to come. Social media today is used by more than half of the world's population and is already a primary source of news in a number of countries. In short, change is happening faster than before, and technology is testing the existing structures in an unprecedented way. Many are falling behind. It is my and your task to make sure that won't happen. So I was lucky enough to be born in a country where the previous generations made many smart choices. I thank my parents, my grandparents for those. Finland has been able to rise from a country that went through some of the worst famines in the world history. It killed a fourth of the population, to the bloodiest civil wars that killed a sixth of the population, to the very top of all imaginable scientific efforts to rank countries by their performance in recent years. Let me share a few of these indicators in trying to explain why Finland can be a country and a model to look for finding some of the solutions to the challenge of sustainable development. First and foremost, Finland excels in the United Nations Human Development Index, the HDI, which assesses the well-being of a nation's citizens, considers factors like life expectancy, education, and per capita income. Finland consistently secures one of the top spots in this ranking. This signifies that Finnish model effectively marries economic prosperity and social well-being, a crucial element for sustainable development. Additionally, the Global Innovation Index highlights Finland's pioneering spirit and commitment to innovation. Year after year, Finland demonstrates remarkable innovation capacity stemming from its strong institutions, human capital, and an unparalleled focus on research and development. Such innovation is vital for sustainable development, as it allows for the continuous improvement of sustainable technologies and practices. Finland also ranks highly in the World Happiness Report, reflecting its emphasis on an overall quality of life. The well-being of a population is intrinsically linked to sustainable development, as happy and healthy individuals are more likely to actively engage in environmental conservation and support policies aimed at sustainable growth. Furthermore, Finland shines in the Environmental Performance Index, a testament to its devotion to environmental sustainability. This ranking takes into account factors like air quality, water sanitation, and biodiversity conservation. Finland's consistent high placement in the EPI illustrates its dedication to preserving the natural world for future generations. A noteworthy aspect of Finland's model is its robust education system. The program for international student assessment, called PISA, consistently places Finland among the top nations in student performance. Finnish schools emphasize critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. This educational approach cultivates a generation of thinkers who are not only environmentally conscious, but also equipped with the drive for innovation and sustainable development. Moreover, the ease of doing business in Finland, as highlighted by the World Bank's Doing Business report, underscores the nation's commitment to fostering an entrepreneurial spirit. The conducive business environment in Finland actively promotes research and innovation, allowing sustainable solutions to be effectively developed and implemented. Let us also recognize Finland's remarkable commitment to gender equality. The World Economic Forum Global Gender Gap report consistently ranks Finland near the top. Gender equality is pivotal to sustainable development, as it ensures that all voices are heard and valued in the creation and execution of policies aimed at addressing environmental challenges. Finally, Finland's low corruption levels, as indicated by Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, play a vital role in fostering an environment where research and innovation for sustainable development can thrive. Trust in institutions is crucial for the effective implementation of policies that promote sustainability. In conclusion, Finland's unwavering commitment to sustainable development is evident in its top-tier ranking across numerous global indices. These accolades reflect a nation dedicated to innovation, environmental stewardship, and social well-being. Finland's holistic approach to sustainability serves as a beacon of inspiration for researchers and innovations worldwide. In Finland, there is also a tradition to promote sustainable development through a whole of society approach, with a broad-based participation of national and local government, civil society, and private sector and academia. This year, the Finnish National Commission on Sustainable Development celebrates its 30th year anniversary. It has been operating under 10 different governments, with the mandate to include sustainable development goals in the national policy. The Commission has made sustainable development everybody's business, as it needs to be. Finland is enhancing the interaction between policy and science by integrating holistic sustainability assessment in our state budget planning. This enables us to connect public financing to the SDGs across sectors and coordinate public and private investment in SDGs in new ways. Such assessment must be based on best possible evidence. This is why we also have our policies reviewed by a sustainability panel comprised of scientific experts. Maybe the most remarkable achievement in Finland in the recent year, however, is that it overhauled its entire tax system to support sustainable development. What does this mean? It means that choosing the environmentally friendly option is not only the right option, but it is also the cheapest option. The principle is, the more you pollute, the more you pay. These tax incentives have led to an impressive flow of investments to green energies, and Finland now ranks one of the top destinations for building new wind power in Europe, with a 75% increase in capacity last year alone. I would next like to discuss the three fundamental pillars of the Finnish model that are seen as a catalyst for sustainable development and can help to explain the Finnish position as the world's best performer in achieving the sustainable development goals. These are the three that we can learn and try to draw inspiration as we tackle the challenge of sustainable development. I call these the 3 E's: education, environment, and equality. Please allow me to start with the education that is also obviously linked to innovation. Finland's remarkable success in promoting sustainable development is deeply rooted in our education system. Finnish schools prioritize critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in shaping a new generation of environmentally conscious and inventive thinkers. This educational approach actively engages students to be proactive contributors to sustainable development, arming them with skills and mindset required to tackle environmental challenges. Complementing this, Finland's substantial investment in research and development, bolstering by the culture of collaboration between the academia and industry, provides fertile ground for innovative solutions in the area such as clean energy, sustainable agriculture, and circular economy practices. As a result, the Economist Intelligence Unit ranks Finland as one of the most future-ready education systems in the world. Finland's research and development expenditure as a percentage of GDP is among the highest in Europe. The Finnish government has set a bold new target of increasing the figure to 4% by 2030. According to the OECD, Finland has the 3rd most researchers per capita out of any nation in the world. Innovation won't happen without an investment to our researchers. As a result, Finland is now hosting research and development centers for many leading companies, including Fujitsu, IBM, and Huawei. This is also why all the Thai embassies in Nordic countries just recently opened what is called a Thailand Nordic Countries Innovation Unit to bring this know-how back to Thailand. Let me also share why education is important to innovation. Innovation cannot be a top-down exercise. It is simply impossible for a government to dictate innovation. The only solution is educating the population. You need the trial and error. You need numerous tries. One government is not always right, but some of the millions of your citizens can be sometimes right. My favorite example of this is the story of a group of business school students in Aalto University in Finland. They decided to start a student-led startup called SLUS. Only students would run the event, and professors had nothing to do with it. Everyone are students in their 20s, and they are in charge. And people would constantly change every year as students graduate. Only students were able to participate. In year 2008, when they started, the first event had 250 visitors. A modest success, but nothing too big. Last year, Slush gathered 25,000 participants. And these are not just visitors who are coming to see an exhibition. This event has become the largest gathering of venture capital in the world. So this means that if you have an idea that you want investors to buy in, there's no other place with more money available than in that building at that time. People from all around the world fly there, all the biggest investors, because that's where the best ideas are. What has also come out of this is that a couple of the students who were once running Slush then started their own companies, as many have that afterwards. I have the honor of knowing both of them, and I have been able to follow their journeys. They started their own company, and the idea was essentially to be what Crap is here, working with food deliveries. They found markets that other companies were not, and they are now operating in 25 different countries. What they did, they created such a good data system for their food delivery app that optimizes the use of picking up and working with restaurants, that they were recently bought by an American company called DoorDash for a staggering 270 billion baht. And yes, I said billion. That, let's pause for a second, is equivalent of buying 70 Airbus A320 planes. Or if you want to buy a car, the most sold car in Thailand was Toyota Corolla XSE model 2022. You could buy 27,500 of those cars with that money. That's a lot of money for a couple of students with coming up with their company. And they didn't stop. They're still running it, but this is how much money the sale was. Again, all student run, no adults, no politicians, just student run. So I think here is a good idea for all of you for the coming years. So it is the same embrace of research and innovation from the government side that acts as a powerful catalyst for sustainable development. Collaborating with academia and the private sector, our government has established numerous research programs and funding mechanism to support cutting-edge research in climate-friendly technologies. So the Finnish Innovation Fund, named Sitra, who was a gift from the Finnish Parliament to its people, giving the endowment for it, has played a very crucial role in promoting sustainability. It invests in research and innovation projects that are aiming to address climate change, circular economy principles, and clean energy solutions. As a consequence, Finland has become the global leader in clean technology and sustainable innovation. And also, Finland was the first country to come up with the national roadmap and a national strategy for sustainable development in the world from this Sitra work. So this naturally takes us to our second E letter, equality. Societies need to be equal in order to benefit from their capacity to the fullest. You need every idea, every boy and every girl to be able to put their capacity to use in order to tackle the long list of challenges I mentioned in the beginning. For that, societies need equality. So Finland has been recognized for its robust welfare system and inclusive policies. So let me give you 7 examples of how this is actually playing in action. So first is education, which I explained a little bit already, but having this inclusive education system means that all students, regardless of their socioeconomic background, receive high quality education from well-trained teachers. In fact, Finland is often seen as the country where by results immigrant students can actually improve their results the most. So this equal access means that young minds can have equal opportunity to pursue careers in research and innovation. Notable examples of this include the success of Finnish education system in nurturing globally recognized talents such as Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux operating system. So one of the predecessors of essentially open internet. The second one is gender equality in technology, something we don't talk enough about. The emphasis on gender equality has led to a significant presence of women in technology and innovation sector. Maria Ritola, who is the co-founder of Iris AI, is a shining example of how women in Finland are contributing to innovative solutions. Iris AI uses artificial intelligence to help researchers find relevant scientific papers quickly, fostering efficiency in research processes. So maybe something for everybody to look up. The long-term research investment, Finland has a robust social safety net, has led the government funding to research enable long-term, high-risk research projects. The University of Helsinki Institute for Atmospheric and Earth System Research is a prime example. INAR's researchers have the freedom to engage in extended studies, such as climate change research, which is crucial for sustainable development, but often requires decades of commitment. Startups and innovation hubs. Finland's support for entrepreneurship has led to the rise of numerous innovation startups. So this is another example from Aalto University. It has something called Design Factory. For instance, the idea is that it's a collaborative platform where students, researchers, and businesses work together on projects. So this dynamic space where these forces come together has already nurtured numerous startups like Aura, if you might know. It's the smart ring that monitors your sleep and gives you all the data that recently listed to New York Stock Exchange. So that's something that came up from that collaboration between academia, government, and investors at the university. Another idea that could be used. Healthcare and biotechnology. Equal access to healthcare is a fundamental principle in Finland. This equality has led to advancements in healthcare research and biotechnology. The Finnish company Nightingale Health developed a blood testing technology that provides comprehensive health data. Such innovations are essential for improving health outcomes and contributing to sustainable healthcare solutions. Seventh, innovation in clean energy. Finland's commitment to sustainable development is evident in its clean energy initiatives. VTT, Technical Research Center of Finland, is at the forefront of sustainable energy research. Their work on advanced material and renewed energy sources has the potential to revolutionize the energy sector, reducing environmental impact and contributing to a sustainable development. For example, we have a delegation coming next month to Finland and in January that is bringing the technology for green textiles, so producing your shirts and your clothes from the wood and the excess material that we don't use at the moment. So, in summary, Finland's equal society promotes research and innovation by offering equal access to education, fostering gender equality in technology, supporting long-term research, nurturing startups and innovation hubs, encouraging government-industry collaboration, advancing healthcare and biotechnology, and driving innovation in clean energy. These examples widely demonstrate how Finland's dedication to equality contributes to the nation's global leadership in research and innovation for sustainable development. The last E after education and equality is environment. Respect for the environment is deeply ingrained in Finnish societal model. The stunning natural landscape, lakes, and forests are not just a source of pride, but also a testament to the commitment to environmental preservation. Finland's policies and practices for environmental conservation extend to promoting sustainable land use, clean energy, and biodiversity protection. Moreover, Finland is a global leader in embracing the circular economy, a paradigm shift that promotes resource efficiency and waste reduction. The circular economy principles are deeply embedded in Finnish businesses and policies, ensuring that resources are used efficiently, waste is minimized, and the ecological footprint is reduced, all essential components for sustainable development. In Finland, carbon sinks are an important part of our zero carbon future. Carbon sinks are practically our forests, peatlands, and farmlands. In order to become the first carbon neutral country in the world and achieve further even carbon negative reality, we need to keep good care of our forests that are spreading out of the 75% of our land mass. Growing forests are the best carbon sinks, and wood forms a long-lasting carbon storage. Forests are naturally the basis of our rich biodiversity as well. Science has shown that resource extraction is responsible for half of the world's carbon emission and 80% of biodiversity loss. Our planet has limits on its resources, and we must steer our societies away from the linear economies of extract, produce, use, and waste model. We have seen that all material has value, and most of it can actually be reused, some even several times. Waste to value makes new businesses to flourish in recycling. In addition, we may not need to own everything in the future. We can consider solutions of sharing economy. Maybe, indeed, we don't even need a car, but rather use a transportation as a service as many other innovation solutions. For example, this summer when I was in Finland, I came across a company called Skipper. This company has a simple idea. Not everybody needs to own a boat. Boats are expensive, and if you own a boat, you actually use it very little. So why not that the company owns the boat? Put them in every marina, you pay a monthly fee, you sign up, you use it, you fill in the fuel based on how much you used it, and then you return it. That way, the usage rate is much higher, and the user actually saves money because they don't have to put so much money down for the boat. This new innovation and company that is sort of grab for boats, where you drive it yourself if you wish, has been spreading like wildfire. You can even now with the same app use it all the way to New Zealand. It's a good example how a company with a simple innovation can really create a win-win situation for everybody. As I mentioned, that's why Finland created the first national circular economy strategy, a roadmap in year 2016. Since many things have happened, in most of the Finnish cities, only a marginal amount of waste now goes to landfills. Items like bottles, cans, plastic, paper, cardboard, metal, organic waste are now circulated, and the rest is burned for energy. For example, glass and plastic bottles and metal can circulation in Finland is between 90 and 98%. There was even a time when it was over 100% because all the bottles from Estonia were returned in Finland. Why is this? Because every time you buy a bottle, you pay an extra amount between 15 and 40 cents, depending on the size of the bottle, when it's a deposit, because you're using plastic. Now, once you return into the store, and every store has these places where you just put them, you get your money back. If you don't want to recycle, someone else will do it for you and make a little bit of money doing it. That way, all the bottles, all the cans are coming back to circulation. And once we have created the system of getting the materials back, we can then reuse it. It doesn't really go to landfills anymore. We have the most ambitious climate carbon neutral targets in the world, to become one in year 2035 and to become a carbon zero country by 2050. This again is the most ambitious in the world, but also various organizations and even cities are doing a much more on their field. For example, the city of Lahti, a mid-sized city in the central Finland, is aiming to be carbon neutral already in year 2025. That's in 2 years' time, and they're on the way of achieving this. We recently organized a seminar with them, and it's really impressive to hear what they've done. They have abandoned using coal, and their district heating is now all emission free. They circulate communal and industrial waste effectively, leaving only about 1% going to the landfill. They have inspired the citizens to participate by using bikes and public transportation instead of private cars. So everybody is part of this initiative. It used to be that the lake in the middle of it was one of the most polluted in the country. Now it's one of the cleanest. In year 2021, Lahti was chosen as European Green Capital. So now more than 70% of Finland's greenhouse gas emission come from the energy sector. And that is something that we're working on next. Now, the renewable energy accounts almost half of Finland's total energy consumption. We're investing in clean energy, whether it's wind, solar, or nuclear reaction. There's some very interesting innovations happening in Finland that has created this structure where it's economically viable to put a lot of money and invest in all the research, finding new solutions in this field. For example, there are a lot of plans to start large-scale green hydrogen production in Finland, a new frontier of energy. Also, Finnish University of Lappeenranta is testing with mini nuclear power plants. This is interesting because nuclear power plants, we thought, are these big complexes where you need massive safety structures, and that's why they are so expensive. Now, what about if every neighborhood had a little mini nuclear plant where the scale is so small that you can also scale down the security because the risks are not so big? This could provide clean energy cheaply for a lot of people. And this is already being tested in Finland by University of Lappeenranta and in some universities in the US as the first in the world. This, again, can completely transform the energy sector. It's a challenging time because in the climate summit in Dubai, so-called COP28 in November, December, Europe will be proposing phasing out of unabated fossil fuels. Finland has already also committed to phasing out coal totally by 2030. Phasing out all fossil fuels will not happen overnight, but we know that the road to net zero emissions will require complete changeover in our energy production and usage. So there's a lot happening on the European scale. Europe also has the European Green Deal and the European Fit for 55. So essentially, the European continent and European Union wants to become the first continent that becomes carbon neutral. That, along with circular economy incentives, can lead to a more sustainable future. Ladies and gentlemen, we have realized that to accelerate the circular economy, companies also need new skills and education. They need political support to such as regulatory and taxation frameworks. Currently, governments not only fail to tax the linear economy appropriately, but they also actually subsidize it. And this is something that each society needs to look at. We put money to areas of so-called dirty energy, whereas we don't subsidize enough the clean energy. And looking at these structures is at the very core of creating better incentives for societies and for sustainable development. That's why we work together with Thailand. In Finland, we have signed an MOU in circular economy, and this is something we're really looking at between the two experts to work closely to finding these solutions and learning from each other. Dear friends, let me allow to talk a few words about technology. The current world is a technological and a digital one. The internet is a vital part of modern life, providing a backbone for critical civilian infrastructure, facilitating global digital trade, and promoting the exchange of ideas. The world is moving very fast, and ideas are moving even faster. New technologies change how people interact and how societies function, and they reshape how we engage with each other and with the world. Digital transformation is today the global engine of sustainable economic growth, a fundamental lever in fighting climate change, and a powerful enabler of social inclusion. Digitalization and technology now take center stage in basically everything, in how societies develop in international relations. Finland has put a lot of emphasis on this, and in short, I think it's very important to work on 4 areas of this. First, we need to get the skills and the principles right with technology. So without the digital skills and connectivity, new technologies are actually of little value. This is a very important point. Technology is useless unless the users want to use it or know how they can use it. We have to recognize that digitalization and technology is the means, not the end. We also need to invest in lifelong learning, as all universities are doing, ensuring that people have the opportunities to reskill and upskill through their work lives. As I mentioned, with all these current changes, we need more and more of that. This is especially important for women, as they are more likely to be employed in industries that are of higher risk of automation. Women are also systematically underrepresented in the ICT sector. Secondly, digital transformation enables us to achieve a nature-positive economy. We can move forward to solving the planetary crisis by using data, using digital technologies, using innovation, and by using foresight. These 4 key enablers have one thing in common. We can track the way businesses operate and the way people work in any role at any level. We can use digital technologies to align capital with sustainability goals. The environment, social, and government performance tools, ESG, has become a real power world and change maker. This has helped investors to step up the transition towards low carbon portfolios. Here, cooperation with the private sector is of crucial importance. Third, internet governance and digitalization are no longer purely a technical issue, but increasingly a political and geopolitical concern. Digital rules and regulations that build on democratic values and human rights do matter. International tech giants have stepped up the global stage with a magnitude and influence that exceeds that of many countries nowadays. Their societal responsibility have to correspond with their influence. We need to consider the implications on the platform economy, on competition and regulation. Fourth, my favorite topic, trust. What is trust really? I think there are 3 cornerstones when dealing with trust. First, security. Data and services have to be secure, a kind of guaranteed data integrity that protects the individual, only allowing access to data based on consent and agreement. The second is equity. All services have to be equally accessible and available to everyone, regardless of social status, demographics, or physical locations. The third is transparency. People should be able to see their data and how it's being utilized. Processes should be viable, and the decision should be rational. Building trust is always a long process. Trust must be earned. But we also have to be reminded that trust can also be lost very quickly if it's not continuously respected. The future is digital, and that will have enormous changes in the way we live. The world needs more and more better collaboration. It needs what I call digital solidarity. It needs to understand that no community, country, or region can solve the challenges of digitalization poses alone. Digital technology has brought us together, regardless of where in the world we live. But like every technological tool we built, it is applied by humans, by us. Technology can only take us so far. So it's important that we don't leave it only to technologists. Social values, citizen involvement, and trust need to play much stronger roles in managing the change. We should ensure the technology serves us as humans, rather than allow the pace of technology carry us away and merely adopt it where it is taking us. Therefore, it is up to us to use the technology and the processes it enables wisely and to create a better future for everyone, everywhere. To conclude, it is around these forward-looking themes that we can build a smart, sustainable and resilient future. Better quality of life that is increasingly connected, powered by smart, sustainable technologies, and at the same time adaptive societally. We believe that by aligning our activities, new technologies, data, and co-creation, we can contribute to accelerate expertise and growth, not only within our own countries, but globally, for the benefit of societies and environment. Dear friends, sustainable development, research, and innovation can be quite vast and complex topics. I would like to take a minute to share 3 personal encounters I had as a university student that sparked my journey to become a diplomat. The first one was when I was living in Beijing, in China, where I was teaching English to migrant workers' children, whose parents had no access to education. I remember a girl, maybe the age of 8 or 9. She told me that her life was so hard, she wished to end it herself. And she was only 8 or 9. That's how hard her life was. I remember a time when I was working as a UN peacekeeper in Africa, and I was intervening a refugee village elder about what impact our work was having and asking what we could do better. The response from him was, "We are very well aware of what you're doing. It is because of you that we can sleep our nights safely in this rebel-controlled area." The third encounter was in India, where I entered a bus and a man entered it a couple stops later. He sat down and the fare collectors came to him. They asked him to pay and he had no money for the bus fare. Instead of leaving the bus, he wouldn't allow his bride to take off because he felt he wanted to and he needed to be in that bus for whatever reason. So instead, the bus collectors would track him out and essentially beat him as he was holding the door. That's how much it meant for him to be in that bus, even if he couldn't afford it. So these three encounters were very short in time for me personally, but they were very meaningful and very impactful for me because they meant and they made me realize that it is not the presidents, the ministers, the star academics that will be most impacted by the choices that you and I make in the future. It is those three individuals. It is that small girl in China, it is that man in India, that passenger, and that refugee village elder in Africa, and so many more. It is those who are the most vulnerable, voiceless, and marginalized, who cannot shield themselves from the extreme weather, the economic hardships, and the illnesses that come their way if we, as experts, don't deal with climate change and the issues of sustainable development. So, ladies and gentlemen, as researchers, you hold the key to unlocking the solutions to global challenges we face. Your work is instrumental in driving sustainable development and shaping a better future for all. I encourage you to collaborate, share knowledge, and leverage your expertise to find innovative solutions that addresses climate change, promote peace, and foster inclusive development. In short, let's draw inspiration from what good quality education, what the emphasis on environment, what equality, and what the smart use of new technologies can help us of bridging the gap. And together, I think it's possible to achieve a world where we can live here harmoniously without using the resources of the world to more than what the world can bear. I would like to finish with a little anecdote. I've been trying to prove that it is researchers, US university professors who have the key to unlocking this challenge. And I believe it is science and proven facts that are the tools we need to arm ourselves in this fight, not just ideologies and political beliefs. So let's see what science can do. I'll take one example in the end that is a little bit more unusual. So jokes and funny stories can be a little subjective field. But here, let me prove that science works. So researchers in Oxford University have actually studied what is the funniest joke in the world. And so here it comes to prove to you that science is all powerful. So listen to me. 3 researchers are stranded on a deserted island and find a magic lantern containing a genie who grants them each one wish. The first one wishes he was off the island and back home. Off he goes. The second one wishes the same. The third one says, I'm lonely. I wish my friends are back here. So here's the power of science to you. And it may be so that in sustainable development, this is one of those projects where we cannot afford to leave the island, but we have to work together until the work is done. Thank you. I wish you a fruitful discussion and collaboration through this conference. Kopunka.
Thank you very much. That's really wonderful lecture. But we do have some question online for you.
Okay.
Oh, great. Just 2 questions. The first thing, someone in the message would like to know more information about Finland and Thailand decided MOU on cooperation in circular economy, right? That's, as far as I'm concerned, it's related with Ministry of Industry and mainly talking about circular economy. And I think that brings to attention that Thailand, according to our national agenda for 20 years, we pay attention and hopefully the circular economy and SDG would be one of the propel our economic country. So from your perspective in Finland, what do you think Thailand can learn from it and our guest here as a researcher can do something with these MOUs?
Absolutely. I think that's a very fantastic and important question. So we're working continuously, as said, with the Ministry of Industry to look at the gaps and the areas to work together with. As said, we shared the example of Lahti, so I think that's one area working with the cities. Thailand is a country where it's a highly urbanized. Bangkok has a very strong emphasis. 10 million people living here. It's no other country has a capital that is so big and bustling and energetic. So working with BMA on this issue is also very relevant. So on the city level, cities have also a lot of collaboration. Finland has been a chair country for something that is called also Coalition for Finance Ministers for Climate Action. And the idea there is that often climate issues are left for ministries of environment, and they deal with these topics alone or everybody in their small silos. The idea is here is that you need to take the technical expertise where the money is, because that's how it spreads. So that was the idea with the tax system. So I think that's maybe something that can be implemented here. I think it's been one of our biggest successes, because really when you get the incentives right, then good things start happening. There is a Finnish MP who once said that environmental conservation needs to be fun, cheap, and easy. If it's not those things, then people are unlikely to do it. How does it become so? You need to work with the society to create those incentives, as I said, where it's not only the right option, but it also becomes the cheap option.
Wow, that's excellent. One more question about you talking about a lot of things wonderful in Finland, and that's make me feel like one day we're going to make my way to Finland, and I think you all agree with me. Well, you talk about equality and SDG, and something as Sripatum is a private, one of the dynamic university in Thailand. Would like to ask from you, lifelong learning university from Finland, how can university like Sripatum we can learn some lesson from Finland?
That's a very good question again. That's something that we have been working in Thailand as well. I think here, right, teacher education is the first gateway. You need to have teachers who are continuously learning, who are teaching their students. And it does come down to the education system, right? What do we teach to our students? There's one study that struck me very much. It said, it was already 10 years ago, that said that once you're out of school in 10 years, everything that you've learned has become obsolete. None of the knowledge you learned is relevant because it's become outdated. So you cannot learn just facts because the facts are being replaced and changed. You need to learn methods of learning. So you can learn yourself, you can come back to the university, whether you do a degree or just a course or just that you learn, most people won't come back. So this is the biggest challenge for you as professors and researchers. How do we have students who are equipped for this fast-changing world?
Thank you very much. May I just share a brief interpretation of what you just said? Thank you. ขออนุญาตสรุป recap สั้นๆนะครับเมื่อกี้จากการบรรยายเดี๋ยวทางสไลด์ผู้จัดจะส่งเอกสารประกอบการบรรยายให้ทุกท่านสามารถได้รับชมแล้วก็การบรรยายนะครับทั้งหมดอยู่ในเรคคอร์ดที่อยู่ในทาง Facebook ของทางมหาวิทยาลัยท่านสามารถรับชมย้อนหลังประกอบเอกสารได้ส่วนสำคัญนะครับนอกจากข้อมูลในเรื่องการพัฒนา innovation แล้วก็รวมถึงการพัฒนายั่งยืนของฟินแลนด์ทุกท่านคงจะเห็นด้วยกันว่าฟินแลนด์ไม่ใช่แค่ประเทศพัฒนาแล้วเป็นประเทศที่พัฒนาไปไกลมากแล้วซึ่งหลายๆอย่าง เราประเทศไทยเองรวมถึงมหาวิทยาลัยและผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะครับรวมถึงนักวิจัยอาจจะได้รับประโยชน์ในวันนี้ส่วนคำถามเมื่อกี้นะครับมีอยู่2ประเด็นที่น่าสนใจก็คือว่ามีความร่วมมือนะครับเป็น MOU ระหว่างรัฐบาลไทยกับฟินแลนด์ที่เกี่ยวกับการส่งเสริมเศรษฐกิจหมุนเวียนทั้ง2ประเทศทำอยู่ในหลายมิตินะครับก็เลยถามท่านมิกะว่าเรื่องข้อมูลมีอะไรที่น่าสนใจและระดับที่นักศึกษากับผู้วิจัยที่ร่วมงานนี้จะรับประโยชน์อะไรบ้างท่านก็ได้อธิบายว่ามีในหลายระดับนะครับตั้งแต่ระดับของประเทศระดับประเทศระดับของเมืองเองนะครับแล้วก็มีโครงการหลายๆอย่างซึ่งทำภายใต้กระทรวงอุตสาหกรรมเพราะฉะนั้นเดี๋ยวสำหรับข้อมูลเพิ่มเติมที่น่าสนใจใน MOU ชุดนี้เดี๋ยวทางคณะผู้จัดนะครับเราจะส่งข้อมูลให้ในไลน์แล้วก็รายละเอียดเพื่อท่านสามารถศึกษาข้อมูลในการทำวิจัยได้ต่อไปส่วนเรื่องที่2นะครับเมื่อกี้ถามเกี่ยวกับบทบาทของทางมหาวิทยาลัยนะครับท่านก็ได้ตอบว่าบทบาทที่เราได้คุยกันนะครับการพัฒนายั่งยืนมหาวิทยาลัยจะมีบทบาทอย่างยิ่งที่ทำให้ทุกคนทุกวัยได้พัฒนาเพราะความรู้มันไม่ถึง10 ปีมันก็เปลี่ยนไปเหมือนที่ท่านได้กล่าวมานะครับวันนี้คงเห็นด้วยกับทุกท่านว่าเราได้รับเกียรติเป็นอย่างยิ่งจากสถานทูตฟินแลนด์แล้วต้องบอกเลยนะครับว่าท่านมิกะไม่ได้มาที่นี่ครั้งแรกนะครับมาบรรยายนักศึกษาเราหลายครั้งนี่คือความพยายามของศรีปทุมที่พยายามพัฒนาบุคลากรนักศึกษารวมถึงทุกท่านที่ร่วมองค์วันนี้นะครับขออนุญาตทุกท่านตบมือขอบคุณดังๆให้ท่านมิกะครั้งนั้นนะครับAnd thank you very much. I would like to ask you for stay, and we would like to ask all participants to turn on your camera, and then I would like to ask the president of the vice president and also executive officer of Sripatum University taking photo with our guest speaker today.
ค่ะก็ขอเรียนเชิญทุกท่านนะคะทั้งท่านผู้บริหารทุกท่านที่อยู่ที่นี่นะคะแล้วก็ที่อยู่ทางออนไลน์เดี๋ยวขอถ่ายรูปร่วมกันนะคะช่วงนี้เรียนเชิญค่ะ
เรียนเชิญท่านผู้บริหารคณาจารย์ร่วมถ่ายรูปกับท่านองค์ปาถกครับโอเคเดี๋ยวผมให้ถ่ายรูปเดียวเนาะเดี๋ยวผมเอาของมาให้ All right, it's good. Everyone smile. Also online, please. Okay, and one more picture with the
ค่ะก็เป็นท่านรองนะคะขออนุญาตมอบของที่ระลึกค่ะ
ขอเสียงตบมือดังๆอีกครั้งครับเป็นเกียรติให้กับองค์ปาถกในวันนี้นะครับยอดเยี่ยมมากครับ
ค่ะค่ะก็ทุกท่านคะขณะนี้นะคะก็พิธีเปิดของเรานะคะการประชุมนะคะวิชาการนะคะในช่วงเช้านี้นะคะก็ได้เรียกว่าเสร็จสิ้นลงแล้วนะคะหลังจากนี้ค่ะเราจะมีช่วงพักเบรกให้เตรียมตัวกัน15 นาทีนะคะก่อนที่จะแยกย้ายไปนำเสนอบทความใน3 กลุ่มย่อยนะคะ21 ห้องค่ะทาง Zoom ออนไลน์ก็จะเป็นลิงก์เดิมได้เลยนะคะแต่ว่าทุกท่านจะต้องนะคะคลิกเข้า break out room นะคะแยกย่อยไปตามห้องของท่านนะคะตั้งแต่ 10:45 นาทีนะคะจนถึง 16:30 นาทีค่ะซึ่งขอแจ้งข้อมูลสำคัญมากๆนะคะสำหรับท่านที่จะนำเสนอผลงานนะคะให้รบกวนปฏิบัติตามนี้นะคะอันดับแรกเลยค่ะขอให้ใช้แบ็กกราวด์นะคะสีน้ำเงินที่นะคะทางฝ่ายจัดงานได้ส่งเอาไว้ให้ท่านที่อีเมลนะคะแล้วก็สิ่งสำคัญอีกอย่างก็คือว่าตอนที่เข้านะคะนำเสนอเข้าไปในซูมแยกห้องย่อยแล้วเนี่ยขอให้รีเนมของท่านนะคะตามนะคะลำดับที่ในการนำเสนอด้วยนะคะเป็นรูปแบบของการสัมมนาที่แยกย่อยไปตามห้องต่างๆนะคะแล้วก็ อันดับ3นะคะขอความกรุณาทุกท่านนะคะในช่วงบ่ายนะถ้านำเสนอผลงานแล้วช่วยประเมินการจัดงานครั้งนี้ทาง QR code ด้วยนะคะขอบพระคุณทุกท่านมากค่ะ
All right. Before we leaving for a short coffee break for 15 minutes and preparation for your presentation, I would like to ask our participants to complete all evaluation by scanning the QR code and please download the conference backdrop and guideline and rename your name according to conference format before you go to the break room or the Zoom. And that would be the end of our opening ceremony. Thank you very much, guests of honor and all participants, and hope to see you again next year. I wish you have the wonderful presentation. Thank you.
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ ขอบคุณครับ ได้ครับ